An overcast day in the desert and a little respite from the searing heat, but there'll be none at all from the relentless dunes. There's drama in the cars again today. Welcome to the Abu Dhabi Desert Challenge 2023. This is Abu Dhabi 360 Stage 3, the rally's midpoint, 266 kilometres and an almost 50-50 mix of dunes and sandy tracks.
The start of today's stage just 2 kilometres from the bivouac, which for the riders meant they did not have to set antisocial wake-up alarms. Instead, a lazy walk to Parc Fermé to collect their bikes where they left them last night, having serviced them themselves as per the marathon stage rules. And two titans of the sport, Toby Price and Pablo Quintanilla, nailing the small talk.
Holiday. Paradise, man.
That's what they reckon. Another day in the sand.
Same menu?
Yeah.
Different smell.
Winner of stage 2, Luciano Benavides, charged with opening the road today, and like Quintanilla on day 2, Benavides struggled. Relying solely on his own navigational skills, the Argentinian pressed on through the stage without having the tracks of other riders to follow. Clearly enjoying himself on the Husqvarna though, he eventually finished 8th today. We haven't seen much of the Rally 2 class in this year's Abu Dhabi Desert Challenge, but it's Paolo Lucci leading Tobias Ebster by over 16.5 minutes, and Lucci added another stage win to his tally today. He now not only leads Rally 2, but lies 10th overall, and he's glad to see the back of the marathon stage.
I push in the first part, in the second I was a little bit tired. So I go a little bit slow, but it's okay. Another day is done, and the marathon stage is over.
Overall leader in the bikes coming into today was Honda's Adrian van Beveren. The Frenchman got himself up to 3rd by kilometre 237, but backed off in the final 30 and dropped to 5th. But that's still enough to hang on to the overall lead and means he starts 5th tomorrow. If he can nail tomorrow's action, then Van Beveren is in the hot seat for his first Abu Dhabi Desert Challenge win. His teammate Jose Ignacio Corneo Florimo came next and was running down in 8th in the stage. But after getting over 4.5 minutes back in bonus time, the Chilean rider eventually crossed the finish line good enough for 4th today. And that is where he sits overall, but just 4 seconds adrift of Toby Price in 3rd, it's game on. It was a tense start to the day for America's Skylar Howes. He frantically repaired a leaking rear fuel tank last night in service, and it was only today he would know if that temporary seal would hold. It started well, and it stayed that way. His Husqvarna holding together, Howes 3rd fastest. Prologue and Stage 1 winner Pablo Quintanilla made good use of his later starting position to dominate, looking set to retake the overall lead. That was until he picked up a 2-minute penalty for speeding, which means he lies 2nd overall, just 43 seconds behind teammate Adrian van Beveren.
I felt good. I felt strong with a good feeling on the bike. And when you get the feeling, the confidence is coming, and then you start jumping everything and going quite fast. But yeah, it was fun to ride today. Now we are in front in the overall, I think, or maybe we are close. So yeah, until now we are in the middle of the race. Has been a good race for me.
Toby Price has ridden a smart Desert Challenge so far on the KTM. Finishing 5th and 6th on days 1 and 2 has ensured a safe start position without sacrificing too much time in the overall fight. But after Quintanilla's penalty, Price was promoted to stage winner today, meaning he opens tomorrow and the pressure is on. He needs to nail his navigation and bang in a hot time if he's to keep Corneo behind and reel in the Hondas.
It's a bit better stage today. I could start to pick a few bits and pieces, but yeah, all in all, yeah, we're happy. It just felt a little better today, but probably left the run a little bit too late. So all in all, yeah, we'll keep cruising along and have some fun.
It's game on between the Hondas of Van Beveren and Quintanilla, just 43 seconds apart. And what can Toby Price do over the next 2 days? And in the W2RC only entrance, this is how things stack up here in Abu Dhabi. Back down to the stage then, and it's the turn of the quads. Today it was pretty much business as usual. Rodolfo Guilioli's shippers having fun, but unable to match the pace of the top two riders. Nonetheless, the Guatemalan remains on course for a third place podium. Las Vidas Cancias came next in the stage and was within touching distance of another stage win, but the Lithuanian just couldn't hold on for the final 100 kilometres. Second in the stage today and second overall, nearly 45 minutes off the lead. And that currently belongs to this man, Abdulaziz Ali. The local hero is hoping for his third Abu Dhabi Desert Challenge win in a row, and so far, everything is going according to plan. He took another stage victory today to extend his overall advantage. Confirmation then that with only 2 stages remaining, Ali is edging ever closer to his hat-trick of wins. And this is how things stand in the championship after day 3.
There is a history about this race. Abu Dhabi have its position on the strategic side, on the political side, on the sport side. So that's why there is an importance, location and position for Abu Dhabi when it hosts such mega events like Abu Dhabi Desert Challenge. For sure, we work together with EMSO to promote and to try to create that kind of a team, to look and see that there is a potential in those champions. They are young, they are eager to create something, to compete and to raise the UAE flag, and at the same time to gain a lot of experience from the famous and the experienced drivers who are coming from all around the world. Mansour, Abdulaziz, Mohammed Al-Bloushi, Khalid Al-Ghasmi, all of them, they are champions, I call it, because they fight alone as individuals. And those are the start. Next year, we hope that it will be more and more. So the future is promising.
Almost within sight of today's stage finish, disaster for rally leader Nasser Al-Attiyah. With victory on the first 2 stages, Al-Attiyah had asserted himself at the top of the leaderboard. The Qatari sped through today, fastest at each control point, seemingly without drama. But when he arrived at the finish line, it was clear he'd had a major accident just 10 kilometres from the end. The team's only worry was that Nasser and co-driver Mathieu Barmel were okay. The two were shocked and shaken after the violent roll, but the Toyota's safety cell had done its job. Their rally is over though, and the team will have to work hard to be ready for the next event, Mexico's Sonora Rally at the end of April.
It was really a fast section, no danger, nothing, but suddenly we find a small step from the sand, from the wind, and it was in 6th gear, and just we crashed 3-4 times, and we land in the wheel, and nothing left in the cars, everything destroyed, but we try to manage and to finish the stage, and we finish. The FIA decide, to not continue because I think something damaged, in the roll cage.
Sebastian Loeb's chances of victory evaporated along with his BRX Hunter's coolant 30 kilometres into stage 1. The resulting penalties and those for an engine change were added to yesterday when one of his digital trackers failed to acknowledge that he'd reached a waypoint. So he was hit with an additional 15-minute penalty, costing him vital W2RC points he would have earned for finishing second. Always within a couple of minutes of the Toyota today, he finished the stage just 48 seconds adrift of Alatia. But as the Qatari is now out, Loeb will be hoping to keep those bonus points for the stage win as he tries to build his World Championship lead. Day 2 dealt a body blow to Henk Lettigen's chances of a podium finish. The Toyota driver stopped mid-stage with a chronic misfire, opting to take the road back to service. But with the Hilux back in rude health, the South African was on the attack today. Unable to match the pace of the two leaders, he was enjoying a tight battle for third fastest with fellow Toyota driver Yazid Al-Raji, where the gap was rarely more than a minute and often much less.
Today it was really windy, so I think the dunes are moving a lot and the sand is really, really soft. I mean, in some places it's not sand anymore, it's like powder. It's almost like cement powder sort of thing. It's super soft and very, very tricky, difficult to judge, and especially today being cloudy. You have no shadows, no shadows from the dunes, so you don't know where the steep parts are, so yeah, very difficult to read.
After Loeb's problems, Overdrive Racing's Yazid Al-Raji found himself unexpectedly in second at the end of day 1, which he consolidated yesterday. But it's not just the problems of others that have put the Saudi on the podium. He's had the pace to challenge from the start. He gradually extended his advantage over closest rival Martin Prokop today and now finds himself leading.
A good day for me, and Timo do a great job like always, everything going well with us. The first 100k we drive well, and after we have dropped our front left tire, dropped to 90 and under 1 bar, and we try to save until finish, but everything going well with us and we do it well. That's most important.
Another good day in the dunes for Martin Prokop and the family-built Ford Raptor. The Czech was only losing about a second a kilometre to the Latigan Al-Raji battle and eventually finished just 4 minutes behind the Saudi. Third last night, he now finds himself a fraction over 10 minutes off the lead with 2 days still to go. It's all change again in T1 with the big names hitting problems. It's time for others to shine. 2 days remain for someone to snatch an unlikely victory. And an event that seems certain to rob Sebastian Loeb of the championship lead may swing back in his favour. But he still has to finish.
Stage 3, let's do it.
Okay?
Yeah.
Back to the action from today then, and in the T3 prototype class, it was yesterday's stage winner Matthias Ekström kicking off the category. It was all looking good on the early split times. That was right up until the Rotax engine in his Can-Am decided it had had enough.
1 minute from here we got a little warning that the engine was a bit warm, but nothing special. And then suddenly it just didn't want anymore, so it stopped more or less here. So yeah, short day, full of sand, boring, would like to drive. Was too much fun, probably, so yeah. We'll try to get back to the bivouac and get ready for tomorrow again. We are waiting for someone. Right there, let me try. And this guy probably, no.
And that guy was Mitch Guthrie. Ruined his day one dramas. Today he was bang on the pace. The American no longer in the fight for overall honours. He's now looking to pick up points for stage wins, and he did just that. Guthrie quickest in T3. Next came Cristina Gutierrez, the Spaniard, another driver who ran into problems on day one when she ran out of fuel. Nonetheless, she finished second today and remains fifth overall. But still leading the T3 class, Seth Quintero. The American driving smart to bring his Can-Am safely to the end of the stage with no risks. He hasn't been on the top step of the podium since Rallye du Maroc last year, but that could all be about to change here in Abu Dhabi.
Today was an awesome day, actually. We did a phenomenal job. Dennis did a great job. I think we extended our overall lead to close to 30 minutes today, so awesome day today for the overall. Sandy as always, my eyes hurt. Love-hate relationship with the dunes for sure.
So Quintero continues to lead over 27 minutes clear of Austin Jones in second. And for those entered in the full World Championship, this is how it all looks as things stand.
For me, the passion of being in a machine is very big. I love being in cars. I am Mansour El-Hili. I'm a driver for Team Abu Dhabi 360 in Can-Am T4. This is my second time racing a Can-Am. I'm looking forward for it. It's an amazing machine. I truly find the competition nowadays in the side-by-side is really big. The entry shows it. So I'm happy to compete with people who come from many events like Dakar, El-Haiek, and many international events. For me, racing against them shows my potential. The first one was actually in Desert Challenge in 2021. And I even raced in Dakar, but in a Zephyr by PH Sports. Honest, straightforward answer, I grew up in this environment. My father used to race nearly 40 years ago. So, of course, a child will always look up to his father. I go to events, I go to his socialing car events, so I fell in love in this motorsport. And every father loves teaching his skills to his children. So I've been taught by him, and for me, he's the best. I can start from personal life, I can start from racing. Till this day, he will keep on giving me tricks and techniques in the sand. Even today, he will always keep on giving me those tricks. My father loves racing. He's spending money on racing without any sponsors because he truly loves it, and he enjoys it so much. The amount of pleasure he finds from racing and competing is undescribable for him. Behind the wheel, it's a different feeling. Behind the wheel, you're thinking of the specific
stage you're in. You're not worried about anything else. You're in your mode of racing. And I truly love that feeling. My goal and vision is very simple. I would love to win a world championship. This has been for years. You can go through my Instagram and see it. It's been my childhood dream. I know I am capable of it. I know I will make it one day. I will always try to push, and it's not only representing me or my family. At the end of the day, it's representing your country. So I have that strong passion, that flag on the car, I want to lift it high and have my national anthem on every event I go in.
Seventh on day one and a strong fourth yesterday. Italy's Enrico Gaspari was sixth today, meaning his attempt to grab third place overall will have to wait for another day. Spain's Ricardo Romero has had a mixed event. Fourth on day one, he was rescued from the dunes yesterday but bounced back, fifth fastest today. Abdullah Al-Rahawi has been getting better with every day. He adds his experience to the dunes. The Omani, sixth on stage one, fifth yesterday, fourth today. Day three in the dunes, and after finishing third and third on both stages so far, Pau Navarro was third today. In second overnight, largely thanks to the penalty for Mansour El-Haiek, he's still on the second step of the podium, but now only 17 seconds ahead of the Emirati driver. It was another tough battle all day long between the fastest men. Buoyed by his victory yesterday, the local hero, Mansour El-Haiek, kept attacking, swapping seconds with world champion Rokas Baciuska in search of another stage victory.
Today I gave it my best. My navigator, as you know, he's new, but he's learning every day and it's better and better. We take care of the car. Some mistakes with blind jumps, okay, but other than that, we are perfectly fine. Looking forward for tomorrow.
For 2 days, Rokas Baciuska has used 3 words to sum up his stages. It was hot. Even with cloud cover today, that perfectly described the battle for the Lithuanian. Just a second behind at the final passage control, the 30-kilometre sprint to the finish line clinched the win.
There was quite nice road. There was some straight, some dunes. It was really fun to drive. I am confident, but you never know. Sometimes you can do mistake, you cannot see the drop and something and you can break the buggy. But yeah, today we don't broke nothing. The buggy brings good speed and we bring too. And yeah, thank you for everyone.
The battle in T4 for the podium continues to rage, with changes possible at any moment. And there is still plenty at stake for our W2RC competitors as well, with 500 more kilometres of punishing dunes that lie ahead. Day 3 and a third different stage winner in the bikes, while in the cars, as the front runners fall by the wayside, the chance of a surprise winner grows. That's it for a dramatic third day of the Abu Dhabi Desert Challenge. Join us tomorrow to see how they fare on the longest stage of the event.